Valestina,
Yes.
you step into the large circular room of this Vesta space elevator. You spent the last few days since Vesta Station kind of getting acclimated, practicing a little bit on perhaps a cover story you might need, and getting ready for this next step you have to take. You look out the windows of the enormous desk that is the space elevator, padded both at top and the bottom by layers and layers of cargo space and retro thrusters, um, uh, all manner of devices to keep this as safe as it could be if you were shooting a quote unquote bullet into a planet on a rail. Um, the carelessness, I guess you could say it, of the Rally Novi is terrifying to you, as this elevator is literally a cannon fired into their own planet over and over again, several times a day, to transport goods and resources. Out the window, as you take a seat, you can see a enormous lattice, uh, a sprawling scene of smaller space stations, orbital farms, ships, lines of shuttles that move like swarming ants, uh, creating this kind of like almost as if you were looking at a city from the sky, but the backdrop is the black of the stars itself, and the city are just these swarming motes of light that stretch out as far as the eye can see, curving down eventually, as you can see the circumference of the planet. You take a seat and you look around. You see large groups of people moving around in all kinds of garbs. You see spacers, Nui, you see Yoxi, you see people in sharp suits of the latest Federation fashion. You see armored and armed groups. You see mercenaries of different kinds. You see Horizon badges. You see people eating out of open containers. You see people drinking and laughing and playing cards while before they kind of like adjust these heavy guardrails that go over their shoulders, a little bit like you would in a roller coaster. You hear the sound of a couple of goats that you see being pushed by a whole family inside a security crate. You look down at your own security crate, lodged between your seat and the next one, this widened space, and the crate clipped and magnetically attached to the ground, and you hear a little whine as a ghost kind of like anxiously licks your fingers through the bars.
There's a good boy. Don't worry. We're almost there soon.
Ghost kind of like gives a little bark and just draws a bit of attention from people as he kind of just sits down. And
Oh my god, you made
rests,
macro.
rests his chin between his legs, in front of his front legs. Above the crate, there's your luggage and a larger kind of folded in container of some sort. You take a deep breath as the entire space kind of shift a little bit low, and people very quickly take the seats. They put their food away, almost in this practiced chaos of sorts that you've come to expect from the Rally Novi. You adjust the harness that you're wearing to this attached to the seat. You've never taken the elevator, but you've heard stories, and they did not prepare you for the sudden lurch as you are literally fired down into the planet. The stations, this beautiful upside down lattice work, this orbital space city that stretches out as far as the eye can see, disappears in a flash, replaced by a slightly shifting colors as you approach atmosphere. Then another flash as cloud cover appears, traveling the entire distance from the stratosphere to the surface in a couple of minutes, perhaps, You feel your stomach being pushed up. You hear Ghost barking wildly and just kind of like trying to adjust himself against the corner of his crate. Um, the goats are surprisingly chill. On like two seats to your right, where the family is like just trying to get one of the babies to stop crying. All the smells and the noises and the chatter that was mixing here seconds earlier all dissipated in this sort of like pregnant pause as flames start to arc from beneath. You see them out the window. These kind of like long stretches of fire until all you see is a bright glowing um sorry, this bright orange glow from the outside, and suddenly it's dissipated and you can see the planet. There is a slight moment, this pause. This is not something you see when you're coming down on a ship or a shuttle. You can see Prime stretch out in all directions toward you. A surprisingly barren tundra broken up by sporadic snow-capped mountains, a massive mountain chain to what you identify as the north, enormous, covered in pure white peaks at the very top, a heavy cloud cover that seems to reach out towards the ground. Parts of this tundra, large carpets of what might be these gray, yellowish grasslands, um, small clusters of darker ashen green forests, and then to the south, what you at first thought was a shadow cast by one of the stations that is way too big. This sprawling stretch, a country-sized stretch of darkness that is out of your sight as quickly as it made it in. As the elevator continues down and this pan-orbital view of the planet going to a more normal aerial view, and finally with a surprisingly smooth but still rattling stop, just you touch down. You feel like you haven't taken a breath in a minute and a half. As you gasp, you hear coughing, and then with the same nonchalant attitude that the Ralinovi had before being fired into their own planet at max speed, they all start to just, before the emergency lights go off, they are all starting to get up, wheeling their goats, opening their food again, laughing and talking, making plans for the evening. 50 people pull their data paths at the same time as the net speed of the planet connects. You do spot a few Federation visitors, what might be some free world modeled gray and black armor as well. But like 5 or 6 people that, like you, are still glued onto your seat, clutching the armrests, thinking that you might get sucked into the sky at any moment. But you're planet side, safely. You grab your luggage, roll this like large hunk of metal bent in on itself onto a little cart, open Ghost's crate. He is thankful for the chance to stretch his legs.
There
And
we
head
go.
out.
That's a good boy. It's all over now. We're here. Ah.
Ghost follows you outside. The customs process, which you went through the bulk of it on Zvezda, is as lax as you expect for a place like Kapital, or Ryan of Prime at least. And you were given credits to allocate. What they call a Ryan passport is about 500 credits.
Oh, wow.
It's the price of questions not being asked and documents not being carefully examined. easily enough, you make your way outside. You are surprised, knowing what you know about Kapital, about the chilled, crisp mountain air that immediately hits your lungs. The Zvezda elevator docking bay is located on a high mountaintop, perched against the side of the mountain. This massive, brutalist, multi-floor concrete structure that receives the orbital elevator about 3 times a day. As it is being prepped to leave, you see dozens of shuttles kind of like coming in and out, picking up supplies, sky barges slowly kind of like trolling their way towards it, contrasting the natural beauty of the space you're in. Um, as you head down the stairs, you spot whom you believe to be your contact. You see a painstakingly and lovingly cared for, beautiful dark green 289 Astroworks Barracuda shuttle car. Closest analog would be an Oldsmobile Tornado. Leaning up on it, wearing a heavy coat and a dark gray scarf over it, speaking to two enforcers in a jovial, like seemingly friendly kind of exchange, you see an older man. And even though you haven't spoken, you know he is your contact because you recognize him, though you haven't seen him in a long time. The man looks up the stairs. So there's like wide concrete staircase that you're going down towards the shuttle parking section. Meets eyes with you and smiles. He says something to the enforcers. One of them shakes his hand and they both walk away, continuing on their patrol. And he just sits there, leaning against his car, his shuttle car, arms crossed, waiting. Ghost looks at him and kind of lowers his head a little bit, and he looks at you and just nuzzles the back of your hand.
Val gets her things ready, gets Ghost, walks up to the car, peers down in a window, and he says, "Ah, you must be Mr. Antonov."
He smiles a little bit, and he goes like, "I must be." He kind of goes like, "I hope you had a good descent," and grabs, like, just walks to the back of the car and opens the trunk just to help you put your stuff in.
Well, the lift down was every bit of what the rumor said it was. I'm just glad it's over. But yes, I am here.
He kind of looks down. You load your stuff into the back of the car. Levin Antonov kind of like looks around and goes like, "I had a conversation with the enforcers.
Oh,
It's pretty private here." And he opens his arms and just gives you a big hug, Valestina.
I think she's a little surprised, but she goes along with it.
Had the realization not hit you before, it definitely does now. There's a slight kind of like reminiscent whiff of his cologne as he pulls back. And you recognize you know Levin Antonov by a different name. You know him by the name Kalevi.
Uncle, is that you?
He smiles and goes like, "That took you a while. Let me look at you." He grabs your face and kind of just, well, you steps aside and just puts his hands on his waist and looks down. "You grew up like your mother."
Oh, I admit I didn't expect to see you here. It's good to see you.
Oh,
Wow, so much must have happened between now and last I've seen you.
He kind of smiles and goes like, "Much indeed. I I am very happy to see you. I did not expect it to be under these circumstances. Uh, I forgive you for not recognizing me. I wasn't as gray last time.
Indeed. Well, it's certainly reassuring to see you here.
He smiles and goes like, I talked some of the local enforcers into looking the other way, but I believe some more delicate conversation should be have inside the car, don't you think? Come, you like sex, I think. I hope.
Sorry, what did she say? He say?
You will like six. I hope.
6. Oh, District 6.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Indeed. So yeah, Valestina gets in the car and
Ghost kind of like sniffs the car a little bit, looks at you and just kind of jumps behind into the back seat. Jumps in the back seat. Levan kind of steps in, like just ready the car, looks around for a last time, and looks up and kind of like takes a deep breath of the, like just with the window down, of the air outside, and goes like, it will be a little bit before we have a bit of fresh air, so enjoy it now, Tina.
of course. I I assume then that you must know quite a lot of details of why I'm here then.
The shuttle cart rattles. It does this kind of like a purring roar almost as it takes off, and you pull away from the starport. Levan looks at you and goes like, I know as much as the Hecaton Kyrus deemed necessary. I know I am to help you. Now we can never take too great of a risk if anyone was compromised. But considering what I do know, I assume your mission must be important.
It definitely is.
And I know I am to help you get established here so you can fulfill it.
It definitely won't be an easy one, so I'll definitely need all the help that I can get.
It's a slight smile, almost like a hint of sadness in it from your uncle, who is. It's been some time since you last saw him, but he's aged twice as much as you would have expected.
Do you mean like has he like the how he looks is disproportionate to like the amount of time that has passed? Like,
it's more that it seems that the years have taken a toll on him greater than you would expect from someone as sort of lighthearted and carefree as he was last you saw him.
I see. I think she has a lot of questions on her mind that she wants to ask, but she's still slightly surprised to see him here, so she's just letting him lead the conversation.
He nods and goes like, we will see your mission fulfilled and you home in one piece or your father will never forgive me. Now, kind of goes like, I have the general gist of it, but how about you? Have you thought of a cover story, a name? What should we call you when we're down there?
I have thought of a cover name. Valeria Zanova. As for the rest of the cover story, I admit I am not quite prepared. Perhaps you might be able to help me out a little bit there.
You see beneath you as you're pulled away, like this kind of rolling valley, like pulls down from the mountainside where the elevator is perched on. You can see now the vast expanse of yellowish gray grass that kind of stretches out, broken by the occasional tree, and every now and then kind of like smaller towns that seem to still practice sort of agriculture. It seems like the urbanization of Prime is very focused on Kapital, and everything outside of it are like small towns or smaller cities, almost provincial in a sense, which is surprising. Um, Antonov nods and goes like, "All right, Valeria Zenobia. I will certainly be easy to remember. I'll just call you Val, and you will just call me Lev. That should come easily."
Oh, I see what you did there, Duray. Nice.
He kind of like smiles and goes, "Cover story is less important than you might think." Um, he strokes his chin a little bit as he flies a little bit lower and goes like, "I, we will make a agreement of sorts. It is paramount for what you are trying to achieve, dear, that our relationship does not become known.
Of course.
So if anyone asks, you are a mercenary, you have shown skill, and I was in need of mercenaries with skill."
Sounds very straightforward. I think that'll be pretty easy to keep up.
Excellent. Um, he smiles again. You get a little glimpse every now and then, kind of like his youthful, lackadaisical attitude. And he kind of goes like, "All right, so the Hecaton Kires, sorry, the Fleet Strategy, that's proper name. I guess what I would like to know is if you've thought of what your steps here are going to be, or if you're just going to, are you planning to follow the Strategy protocols?"
Out of character, what are Stratigo protocols for the situation I'm in?
All right, yeah, Valestina. First Valestina roll. You can give me either a because you have a profession, right?
Yes, I do.
Uh, yeah, you can give me a soldier and intelligence check or a knowledge and intelligence.
I shall use soldier.
Right?
Bam.
Wow. Valestina, you've made your living because a little bit of your heritage and your position and whatnot. Your um, entire career has been about being exemplary in one way or another. As such, you are well prepared for the mission. The strategy, which Levin calls the Hecaton Kires, which you've heard this name being given to them, mostly among like the like common soldiers type thing, bright lamps and whatnot. They call them that. Hecaton Kires is a pretty much mythological giant with 50 heads and 100 arms, and that's what they call the Strategic Council, which is the intelligence section of the fleet. Um, so the Strategic Council, you know what protocol is for a mission such as yours. First, you need to enter the operation zone under a fake identity. Second, you need to secure a safe location to have your base of operation. You need to clear the perimeter of any threats. Third, you need to reach out and contact anyone who might hold information or local peoples of influence. Um, and if needed, trade your services as a superior martial combatant for their cooperation. And if not, um, use your capabilities as a superior martial combatant to ensure your cooperation. Those are sort of the three steps that the Strategic Council advises on an intelligence gathering operation.
Um, Val will recall that. She will say, yes, I will be following Stratigoid protocol. Everything will be OSP, on-site procurement. First is infiltrate under a code of identity. Next is establish a cover or sorry, base of operations. Third is to clear opposition and um, proceed carefully, not do anything rash, act as a force multiplier in a area outside of normal incident operations. Sounds like I've have a couple of those already taken care of, since I have someone familiar here. So that's at
Uh,
least a step forward.
Levin kind of like smiles and lifts eyebrows. Your father would be proud. Prepare to the letter. Now, how about we do none of that?
Val raises an eyebrow and says, "Oh, do you have something um, uh, more alternative in mind?"
Um, you could say that. Much as I love the Ascendancy and I very much trust them when it comes to tactical engagement, when it comes to intelligence gathering and espionage, we are desperately outmatched by the Radinovi. Using strategoid tactics might work on Rimworlds or maybe even the Federation, or you can count on some sort of centralized authority, which others will follow suit. But here, that is using the tactics of a kitten in a lion cage.
Val nods thoughtfully.
Imagine, yeah, that you are stepping right now into a dark forest. You move in the darkness, not being able to see beyond the next tree. But what you can notice is chirping. Thousands of little birds, each of them chirping their ideas, their wants, their needs, out into the dark themselves. What do you do?
All the birds are chirping their needs and wants out in the dark. I listen to the birds.
Smiles. Abigail. Yes, you could volunteer your abilities to the influential people around. Get them in your debt as a strategy suggests. Or you could show them off and let them steal you from me. People will always suspect a gift. They will never suspect something they stole.
Val smiles. She says, "It's a very cunning strategy. I would expect nothing less from you, Uncle."
He smiles and goes like, took me a bit to learn that one. So here's what we'll do. When we are here in this shuttle car alone, then we can talk about frankly. But so whenever we're out, I am Levan Antonov, your employer, and you are Val, my new mercenary. We will use those exceptional skills of yours to make a wonderful ruckus. There are all kinds of attention. Then we will let some of my adversaries steal you.
Smiles.
We'll,
Go ahead.
yeah, so we will. One sec. Sorry. We will launder your identity like that. Unknown quantities are not trusted here, but if you are a known quantity, then those little birds will talk. Yeah, no
Uh,
worries.
Very good then. So I guess then the first step is um, to build up that fame then, huh?
Um, Smiles, exactly. Let's get you a crew. People who will be loyal to you, that you can eventually let in on the plan. In the meantime, I'll see which of my adversaries might have information that you need.
Very good.
After all, we will have some way of pushing some towards wanting you in their employ instead.
That's good. Speaking of crew, I think there's someone that you need to meet that you haven't met before yet. And then she looks down to Ghost, who I assume is also in the car.
He's in the backseat.
Okay. Ghost, say hello.
Goes like, barks and just kind of leans forward and rests his chin on your shoulder from the back seat. He goes, "Oh yes, I saw him. I wasn't sure if he was a attack dog or something. Glad to know he is not. Hello, Ghost. I am Kalevi, but you can call me Lev. All right." And he kind of reaches to like pet him. Ghost kind of like puts his ears back and just glances at you before he lets Lev pet him.
Val kind of gives him sort of like a "it's okay" face.
Ghost reaches forward and just pushes the side of his face against Levin's hand, and Levin just kind of pets him while trying to keep the car stable. Brings the shotgun and is like, "Now, Val, this year, this you can only see one." And as he's speaking, you see in the distance what at first appeared a mountain range, and then simply a black wall start to break up into the largest city in the human sphere, the country-sized megacity of Kapital, growing slowly at first from the 10th, 11th district, and then climbing 7th, 8th, until all you can see in all directions is just the city. Everywhere, always, all the time, always moving and always alive. And you take the slight dive towards 6.
Goosebumps! Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, Val is definitely very, very in awe of that.
In the meantime, Cricket. Cricket. You stomp forward through the damp streets of the 6th district. Through streets you're very familiar with. You've walked these streets for most of your life, or at least what you remember of it. Your power armor kind of just stops and moves slowly but ponderously and very surely in the direction of Levin Antonov's garage. Clutched in your hand is your prize. Hard as it was to get, a slate black, reflective, surprisingly thick and heavy for what it is, a data pad. You turn a corner, and for a second it's almost like you're transported back years. You think you see the building just for a split moment in your view, darkened and dull, as you are looking for a place to sneak in and deliver some deadly cargo into it. But as you blink, you now see it alight. This 3-story building clinging to one of the many pillars that connect this level with the level above. If you follow the pillar up, eventually you see what appears to be almost a whole second city, upside down, the same lights, roads, and in several levels. This is the bottom of the level above yours, of the mega block, like the continuation of the mega block where your home is, or your home was. And the building itself is lit up, even though it's not early morning, but it is morning. Or at least what passes through morning in this perpetual twilight here, so close to the night zone. You see one of the 2 doors of the garage is open, and you see what appears to be a shuttle car halfway in there. There's a group of men right by the garage door, like right inside, like immediately inside, having a bit of a conversation. You recognize a couple of them as just some of Levin's mechanics. They work for him here. You're familiar with them, but not enough to be like on a first name basis or anything of the sort. But they're not who you are looking for. What do you do?
I would continue looking for who it is that I'm looking for.
All right. You stomp forward, knowing yourself like an imposing frame, just kind of. You cross by. Your power armor is not capable of running, but you don't need to. You're just kind of like making space by existing here. Um, you scan the space. You see four figures you recognize and one you do not. The one you do not is wearing a long dark brown coat, uh, open along the chest. You can see the hallmark shape of medium armor under the coat, a thick belt with a pistol on one side, and then a strap with an SMG kind of hanging around their back. The form is like powerfully built, but female in form. At least what you can identify. And you see this person is a woman with faint blue skin, straight blonde hair, kind of like pulled back into like a high bun, and puffs of white cotton-like fur along her sideburns and just down parts of her jaw. She turns towards you, see these like bright, piercing blue eyes, and then she immediately looks at the other four men here, and she goes like, "What is this?" As she sees you stepping up, because this like big power armor figure is not a thing that you see normally, you know. She sees you kind of like stepping up, boom, 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 up the ramp towards the garage, and one of the four men kind of sticks his head up, out, and goes like, "Oh, no, don't worry. That's just Cricket. Um, hey, Cricket. I didn't know you were coming." He kind of takes a step forward, moves past the group of men and this enforcer woman that you recognize now. The armor and the coat she's wearing is telltale of an enforcer, and Emmanuel, otherwise known as Grasshopper, uh, takes a few steps towards you, just kind of shakes his like just puts his hands together and rings them a little bit, looking a little bit nervous. He kind of goes like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Boss ain't here if you need to talk to him."
I'm just looking for someone, if you don't mind.
Sure. Who? Ada? Soko?
Okay. Yeah, she looks down at him. You actually happen to be exactly who I'm looking for. Do you want to get me into something if you happen to be not busy?
He kind of looks and goes like, "No, I'm just doing this for the boss, but I'm just wrapping up. Yeah, step in. Give me a sec." Um, he turns around and Cricket, I believe your voice kind of sounds like mechanical, right? Or like echoey in some way.
It's super tinny, very much. There is a being muffled by like all the like metal around it, their head.
Excellent. So Emmanuel kind of like gets the others to give you some room to make your way into the garage. You kind of like, I would say, Cricket, give me like a perception check. You would do a skill test in the bottom, and it would be perception and insight, I believe.
Perception, insight.
Yep. So perception first, and then insight.
Okay. Any advantage?
I would say I would give you one advantage for this because there's very close quarters.
Okay, awesome.
One, you catch like a little glimpse of conversation as the enforcer kind of like crosses her arms and just looks at you as you pass, like with a little bit of a stink eye as you boom, 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 make your way into the garage and then into the building proper. Emmanuel kind of like just plays a little bit of diplomat and goes like, "See, it was nothing. listen, boss is gonna be very happy with this. We'll open it up, we'll put the lenses in there, and then it'll get lost in the night zone, right? All good, the usual. She goes like, I want 200 more. Manu goes like, 200 more? You'll have to wait for 11 then. And that's the last thing you catch as you step into the building.
Interesting.
You stomp in and you like almost this place. You've all but worked here for like before you went on your mission of sorts that you're doing now. So you know that the first floor is kind of the garage and the all the workshop and machinery stuff that where you spend most of your time, and you know that Emmanuel works on the third floor. So you get to the side access staircase and you make your way up. Step in. There's like a large lounge area. There's a few bedrooms for when people come stay here. Emmanuel pretty much lives here as well. One of the bedrooms is his. And there's like a little corner, like L-shaped desk with a bunch of screens. There's like two large screens that are like mounted on the wall where you see a rotating feed of various security cameras that Emmanuel has hacked into in the immediate area of the garage, like a 10 to 20 block radius. He's picked like maybe 50, 60 cameras that Levin considers important, and Emmanuel hacks into them, kind of like monitors them in case there's anything that needs to be attended to. So yeah, you step in here. I don't know if there's a large couch, there's a Hollywood projector, a table, there's a fridge like on the backside with like drinks and just like it's always stocked for all the people who work here. And Emmanuel's like little work desk. In fact, you've stayed here probably before. You've had a room that you've used that you haven't been using recently, but you've had it. I don't know if there's anything you do here, or would you rather just wait for Emmanuel to come up?
Yeah, she would kind of T-pose AFK, kind of standing there, not really moving.
You stand there, like put your arms to your sides a little bit, just kind of let them hang. It helps the servos relax a little bit. Holding this chunky data pad on one hand, which is been a significant investment, to say the least, from you. After about 5 minutes or so of this, you hear the rattling of the stairs outside. It's the service stairs. The door to the side opens, and you see Emmanuel step in and goes like, hey, sorry, with everything going on, business, and boss ain't here, Soko isn't here, so Ada isn't here, so it's technically I'm in charge.
You're fine. Nothing to worry about. I have actually nothing to do anyways, so except for see you.
I haven't been around in a while. You been okay?
I've been sufficient. Thank you for asking.
All right, that checks out. Yeah, what do you need me for?
So she takes the data pad, kind of looks at it, looks around, kind of making sure no one's looking, and hands it to him. This data pad. I don't believe if you've seen me carrying it before, but it's really important that I get into it.
Oh, you cut out there a little bit.
Oh, it's quite important that you help me get into this data pad if you can.
Oh, all right, yeah. Oh, there's a clunker. It's
Yes.
fancy but old. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. It should take me a little bit, but take a seat. You want something to drink?
I do not require any liquid sustenance, thank you.
Okay.
He'll go walk and sit down.
If you do, we can get you a straw. All right. Yeah, take a seat. He kind of like scoots over, brings a rig out, puts it on his hand, pulls the a cord over, connects to the data pad, starts projecting like all these kind of like different algorithmic cracking software onto 3 of the screens, and starts kind of like just working on it for a little bit. Cricket, give me an empathy check with insight as well.
Okay. Empathy.
All right. Ooh, yeah, Cricket. This is very, very fitting for you as you're just kind of like just staring ahead. The Hollywood projector is kind of like just on a channel that is just nothing but ads, and they're just kind of like running, like just flashing like lights onto the front of your helmet as Emmanuel is kind of like just there, and eventually you hear a little bit of grumbling as he leans back and crosses his arms and looks at you and goes like, hey, you, in,
Mm.
where do you get this?
Repeat what I'm about to say to you to no one, but a individual named Virtue. But it does not belong to them.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of like what that they're Haven, right? Who does it? Do I want to know who it belongs to?
Mm, that is clear, entirely up to you. But it's a rather interesting figure from 3rd District.
He kind of like gets like on his chair, kind of leans a bit forward, spins the chair, and just kind of rolls it over the chair, like magnetically hovering like a quarter of an inch over the ground, as he or the base of the chair leans close to you, Cricket, and he goes like, "Listen, I'm your oldest friend, even though you'll never admit it.
Hmm.
Does this belong who I think it belongs to? Because if it does, you're getting into some dangerous stuff."
She kind of stares.
All right, cool. No, I know how to read you even through the helmet. Whew. All right. Listen, I've never left you high and dry before, so I'm gonna come through this time. But you need to be careful, okay? I've been hearing shit. There's lines being drawn, but not like before. All right, if this gets out, and if this person didn't want this data pad out in the wild, I don't know if even Levin can, protect us.
Your warnings are duly noted. I'll make sure to proceed with caution in this case then. Thank you. I think I know what to do.
All right. Well, security is considerably higher than I thought it would be. No wonder Virtue couldn't get it open. But I in Virtue, I'll do it for you. Might just take me a little bit. Just be patient with me. And he turns around and just Warble slides back to the to his desk. Cricket, some time passes. I don't know if there's anything you want to like do or anything you want to ask while you wait, or you just kind of just sitting there letting him work.
She is actually preoccupying herself with another data pad, quietly.
You bring out a different data pad and you're kind of just messing around with that one. Around this time, you hear rattling outside by the stairs as well. And as the door opens, the first thing you see is a large gray and white dog just runs in past the door, followed by Levin carrying, like, just rolling a like what appears to be like a large metal case, and behind him a young woman with an eye patch and white hair, uh, carrying a duffel bag of her own belongings as well, make their way into the space. Levin sees you and kind of stops and looks at the manual and then looks at you again and goes like, well, well, well. The prodigal bug returns. Cricket, how have you been?
She'll look up from her data pad quickly and give like a quick nod, which she didn't give to she didn't give to her friend at all. If you'll notice, but she nods to him. She says, "Greetings. I've been sufficient. Thank you for asking."
Levin kind of like leans to Valestina. Sufficient means good. All right. Emmanuel, Valestina, this is Emmanuel, my data crafter. This is Cricket. They've worked with us sporadically, and then they disappear for a while, and then they show up again asking for favors. It's a whole thing. Emmanuel, Cricket, this is Valestina. She is here to help us expand a little bit. She comes highly recommended. A very skilled, looks at you, Valestina, for a second, looks at your bag, looks at your eye, and goes, marksman. A very skilled marksman. Now, Emmanuel, we are gonna have to create some ident credentials for Valestina. Get if you can get some stuff, talk to your Haven friends, get some stuff into the local netsphere. You know, just the standard, so enforcers don't bother her. Valestina, dear. Oh, not Valestina, Val. The entire time was Val.
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah.
kind of yeah. So
Yeah.
would he have introduced? Yeah, I guess as Valeria rather.
It would have been Val.
Okay, just Val. Okay, Val will introduce herself. It's like, hey, pleasure to meet you. I'm Val, and this here's my companion, Ghost. It's good to meet
Goes
you.
like barks. Emmanuel kind of goes like, nice to meet you. Cricket. Kind of just, with his head, just points at Valestina. Or Val. Yeah, no
So
worries.
since the minute Valestina had walked in, you'll notice her big old buggy eyes has been staring directly at Ghost the whole entire time. She finally notices Val and looks up and, greetings to you. I really like your dog.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Ghost, go on and say hi. And she kind of encourages him to go up to Cricket.
She will immediately go down on her haunches and start gently petting with her giant mitts.
Very softly, Cricket just kind of like pets the. This is a disconcerting experience for Ghost because he has never been pet by what he assumes the mech before. So Ghost kind of like sits there and is mostly out of a combination of obedience and respect for Val and the fact Cricket is being very gentle, that Ghost doesn't just bolt.
Aww.
So he just sits there and he takes. Eventually, he relaxes a little bit. And as Levin crosses his arms and watches this guy like with a smile, his data pad goes off and he kind of looks down and goes like, I have to take this. It'll just be a second. Talk amongst yourselves. And he steps out and just closes the door, and you hear him kind of going down the stairs and speaking a little bit on the data pad. Emmanuel kind of goes like, so, Levin, Mr. Antonov, he did say we were gonna get some professional to come help us a little bit. Things have gotten a bit more dangerous here recently.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Is your puppy also the professional?
No. He's just here for me. No fighting for him. He's just living his best life as a dog.
goes, and he just kind of like immediately gets on the couch and sits down.
And
Just
how
kind of
about for
lays on his
you?
side a little bit.
Your suit looks quite capable. Nice style.
I thank you. You have quite a nice style yourself. It's very sufficient.
Val remembers what Levin had said about sufficient, and as she smiles, thanks.
You're very welcome.
At this point, I would like both of you to give me a perception check.
Okay.
With insight. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I'm asking for these, so no stress. And
my
Cricket
joke.
can also give me. Wow.
Fuck.
Val, you are a little bit.
all.
You're taking all of this in. But Cricket, you notice Emmanuel kind of like, who's part of a little bit part of the conversation. He looks down, and he furrows his brow, and then he kind of looks to the side, and glances at these screens that he has that are split into like 16 like different sub views each with the cameras, and leans into one, and he goes like, the fuck? And he like turns around and slides his chair over to one of his main terminals and brings one of the views on the terminals. And Cricket, with your perception, you can see the terminal that like the camera that he's bringing up. It says processing station 6422, and it appears that there's people on a bridge of some sort, but he's kind of like leaning and focusing on someone on the frame that you can't quite catch. He seems a bit confused more than anything.
So I would relay the information to both of them and say, it seems there is a station, processing station. See some numbers also. If we, I'm not too sure what this is for.
Emmanuel kind of goes like, yeah, it's a trash processing station. Close to here. It's just, I think I see someone who's not supposed to be here. One sec, I'm gonna go talk to the boss. Just give me a second. He's kind of like immediately gets up and just runs out the door.
Well, that was highly irregular, but
It's a manual for you.
nice. You two have known each other long?
I would say yes. About all my life, just about as long as it matters, at least.
Val smiles and she says, "It's always good to have someone you can trust."
Correct. Yes. Learn to trust the wrong person around here, you could end up with a lot of problems on your hands. That's for sure.
Indeed. I've heard a lot about Capital City, so it certainly has a reputation for that, for sure.
I'm sure, however, you're fine. You're very capable looking.
Thanks.
Your conversation, as you're kind of like talking a little bit about what to expect here, Cricket being, well, you assume Val is native, considering what they're saying, and Val being a newcomer. You hear a little bit of discussion coming up the stairs. As Levin and Emmanuel seem to be having a bit of an argument. There seems to be no animosity, but Levin's going like, well, I can't be in two places at the same time, Emmanuel. So you are going to have to. And Emmanuel was like, oh, but field work is a little bit outside of my purview. You know, I'm not gonna. The door opens, and Levin steps in and goes like, well, Soko's not here, and that's part of the reason Ada is not here. So you are going to have to. And Emmanuel goes, well, but I am doing a thing for cricket. I'm doing right cricket. You asked me. This is important to cricket, so I can't just leave. And it's gonna take a little bit. And Levan kind of like sighs and looks. Cricket, is he helping you with something?
Yeah, yes, it's extremely important. A very time-sensitive situation, too.
He smiles and goes, all right, I understand. Then you'll take his place. Val, dear, Cricket, with me. Turns around and starts heading out, asking you to follow him.
Val proceeds.
Bring your gear!
Out of character. Should Ghost stay here?
Save the puppy.
If you want to ask, Emmanuel goes like, I'll be here. I can order some dog food if you like.
That'd be most appreciated. He's a good boy. He won't bite or anything. Don't worry. We'll be right back.
Goes kind of like, ruff, barks and just walks next to Emmanuel and just boom, sits. Like, because even though he's not trained to fight in any way, he's still like a military dog in a way, you know? He gets up with you every morning. Val, you do drills together. He eats at very specific times. He goes out at very specific times. He's an extremely disciplined dog. So he just kind of like woof, sits down next to Emmanuel and like leans his head in for petting.
I love it.
You grab your stuff, Val?
Yes.
Are you taking your big case or just your personal gear?
I will take the big case too.
Alright. You're not deploying it, you're just kind of like dragging it.
Yes.
Alright, cool. You grab the case, it warbles behind you. Cricket, you stomp behind Valestina. On the way down, Levan goes like, alright, so two emergencies have appeared at the same time and Emmanuel is useless, so I am going to take the truck. And he pulls the keys of his car. You are going to take my car parked right off of processing station 6422. You'll see someone there. You should be able to recognize them if they are who I think they are. Make sure you get them to the garage unharmed. All right? Do either of you know how to drive?
Do I know how to drive?
You can drive more or less. You have a little bit of problem with turn signals.
Oh
But-
no. Willow, do you have any preference or?
I believe she can drive.
You can drive Cricket. Car seats are a bit more of a challenge for you.
That's the only thing. She's a little wonky.
If you'd
Yeah,
like,
you're like a mini fridge trying to drive a car.
I'll just, have to sit on the roof and or hold on to the back or something.
okay. Yeah, if you're okay with it, then Val will drive. You just gotta spot her right side for her though.
Gives
Oh,
you
shit,
the
okay.
keys and goes like, be careful. Directions are on the dash. It should be automatic. It should be 5 minutes from here. Please don't crash into anything. Not on your first day. All right? And be safe. Get back safe. I'll be back as soon as I can myself.
Very good.
Levin heads out as you two get into his lovingly taken care of Astroworks Barracuda and take off. Nora. This is not how you imagined yourself coming into 6. As you sit in the middle of a trash barge,
Rano.
you've been here for a few hours now. Not exactly in this one. You've had to jump from one to another trash barge or so, knowing it's probably not safe to traverse some of the other districts. But you've been paying attention to these gigantic numbers kind of painted on the perimeter sections of each district. You adjust your suit the best you can. You check the key that you managed to like salvage or like get with you, out of what you brought.
Mm-hmm.
And you take a sigh as you see the large number 6 hover by, like just the barrage moving past this enormous perimeter wall, the yellow 6th district painted on the side. The barge moves tortuously slow. As you look beneath it, you can see the Station 2 processing station of 6th District. This dam-like wall uh, with a second wall behind it, bridges crisscrossing the space between the walls, scaffoldings and structures built around them that eventually connect to the skyway that goes down into the district proper. The barge hovers, waiting. There's another like 2 barges in front of you. You see the barge in front, about 300 feet ahead, stops on top of the space between the 2 dam-like walls. The center opens, and this waterfall of trash just platters down into the space between the walls. Now you can see the space between these walls is a massive landfill that probably continues all the way down to the surface of the planet. Billions and billions of pounds of trash just squeezed here. The second dam goes in. You can see on your right side, near the perimeter wall, structures and scaffoldings, cranes and stuff that might give you like a way to like jump off this barge, or you can wait until the trash drops and see what happens from there. The second barge kind of like the one directly in front of you stops, and then the side opens, and you see stuff starting to drop as yours is getting ready to move forward to the drop point.
Is this like chill, or am I being pursued?
He made a perception check.
Shit.
Now you are on a flying trash truck, several hundred feet above the
Yeah.
district proper.
Shuttles
So-
exist.
Shuttles do exist.
Wow.
3.
Good
Wow.
first roll.
You haven't seen any shuttle pursuing in these last few hours. You haven't seen any shuttle kind of like going after the trash or anything like that. But I will say, on the structure connected, like the actual processing plant that handles this section, you do see people moving. Could be workers, could be just looky-loos, could be people coming here to try to dig something useful out of the trash. There's whole communities that build scaffoldings on the side down to the landfill to drag stuff between presses. But you do see figures down there.
How far down is it again?
So down to the district itself is like 350 feet, but down to the actual structures is about 100 or 80 to 100 feet, and there's scaffoldings that go up almost level with the scaffolding and cranes and towers that go up almost level with the barge.
So my choice is to jump on the scaffolding or get dumped into the garbage pile.
Yes, well, for the most part.
Oh boy. Shit. I'm gonna jump for the scaffolding.
All right, give me a strength or dex and athletics check.
Yeah. Alright.
Nora, you get low, peek, look at these figures kind of like wandering around. You can see them like you're still 100 feet down. So, what you know is if you jump on the scaffolding, you can make your way down, then cross the work yard and take one of the bridges, and that'll lead you to the skyway. And then maybe you can like hail a shuttle car or something to take you down to the district proper.
Okay.
You get low, find a twisted like crispy hog sign that's been thrown away and it's kind of like just perching over the edge of the like a perch, like a ramp off the edge of the barge. Take a breath. You wait for the barge to move into position, and as the bottom starts to open, you take a run up the side, and just a massive leap. You cross, clear easily 25 feet distance, and roll into one of the scaffolding sections, what appears to be a crane tower that you've grabbed onto, with a twisting catwalk type stairs on the outside, like a spiral staircase that goes around the outside. You grab onto it, roll down the crane, and fall right by the crane operator's booth. It's just empty. The stairs in front of you, just one knee down. You look around as the trash in your barge that you were taking just kind of gets plummets down several hundred feet into the landfill between the two walls.
Okay. So I can go down the stairs now.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to go down the stairs now?
Yeah.
Are you? I would say, are you sneaking or are you just walking?
I'm trying to be inconspicuous.
All right. I would say you can give me a deception check with Dex.
With Dex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this to persuade?
No.
2.
2. All right, Nora, you take a breath.
Okay.
And start making your way down the steps. You start trying to appear as inconspicuous as possible. You do see a handful of people in like these hazmat suits with these hoses that are just down like several tens of feet beneath you, spraying one of the walls where apparently something smeared on the side of the wall, and they start spraying it down into the landfill. And as you're making your way down, though, no one questions you. But when you get to the actual yard, you see here there's crates, there's cargo equipment, there's a crane, and maybe 200 feet on the other side, you can see a bridge that crosses. Like, so 200 feet down the road, the path, you can see a bridge that crosses and then goes to the other wall. And then past that is the Skyway.
Okay.
But you notice a figure leaning over the edge, like there's a railing, looking into the trash as if trying to spot something that might have fallen off the trash barge where you were in. They are wearing this kind of like what you recognize as light armor and dark ragged clothing, like a long like a cowl and a cloak that falls on one side, and they appear to be wearing like a helmet that has a black plate in front of the face.
Hex, is that you?
If you want, you can give me a knowledge check or a perception check.
Perception.
Right.
Whew. Not great.
I will say you do notice a spray painted, very basic sort of skull form on the black plate of the helmet. I will say, with even in the one, you know enough to know that this is something known as a priest rank.
As a what?
Priest rank. Prizrak.
Because I don't know nothing.
They are, from what you know, what little you know about them, they are Night Zone mercs.
And they're the ones with the skull thing?
This one seems to have that like the telltale like ragged like armor seem to be put together of different like parts of different things, wearing this like ragged cowl, and with the helmet that covers their face. This like somewhat like shoddily spray painted skull onto the front of the helmet.
And that is the same thing I saw earlier, a few hours ago, right? Same symbol?
No,
Oh, it's different?
the mercs from a few hours ago. I don't think they were wearing that.
They had something on them. I meant the symbol, not the armor. I could be wrong.
So they had a different symbol,
Okay.
but these were properly press logos.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem to have in a different group.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, so he's peering, like, I can see him up above me peering down.
No, you're on the same level because you didn't fall down into the pit of trash. He's looking down into the pit of trash.
Crap. Okay.
So you're both on like if this was a dam, you're both on the wall and he's looking down. As if to make sure, like checking if something in particular fell from the pit of trash, from the trash barge into the pile.
Okay. Crap. I'm gonna straighten out my jacket and lapels and tie. Run my hand through my hair and pull out any bits of trash. Take a deep breath and try to walk past him without getting his attention.
All right, you can give me a deception check or a sneak check, either with Dex. Oh, sorry. Or a performance check if you want.
Well,
With charisma.
all those will be about the same, so...
Yeah, your guys are on the level where most of your skills are the same.
Yeah. Is this to persuade?
This is not.
Okay.
You straighten yourself up as best as you can, and start
I would like
walking.
to have my hand behind my back on my weapon, though.
And your weapon? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Your weapon, I imagine, is kind of like, it has a holster back there. You can't
Yeah.
grab it onto. Excellent. So you lift a little bit of your jacket. You adjust, start walking. They don't seem to turn. They're looking down. They bring their hand to their ear, like through the helmet, like onto the side of the helmet where the ear would be, and they seem to like say something to someone. They lean back and just kind of cross their arms and shake their head. And they turn to look at you, and they kind of ignore you, and they look down again. And then once you're on the other side, they turn again. They stop and go like, "Hey!" You can hear like the river through the thick helmet that they're wearing. You there?
I pretend not to hear him.
You just keep taking steps. He goes like, "You don't look like a sanitation employee." Takes a couple steps. He's now walking around your same pace, about 3 or 4 paces behind you.
Oh, shit. Okay. I will stop and turn to him and look at him with a raised eyebrow and say, "Excuse me."
He goes like, "We're sharply dressed to be digging in the trash, ain't you?"
Look, I'm just
You're
passing
both
through.
Standing like you're both so you're both standing on like the walkway that's on the edge. There's a railing immediately next to you, and past that is just like the drop into the trash pile. He goes like, "All right, well, looking for someone.
Yeah.
Bird slipped through over on 3rd. Looks an awful lot like you."
Oh, really? I take out my polearm and I hit him in the face.
Are you trying to push him over the edge, or are you trying to
Just
knock
push, like knock him backwards, yeah.
All right, so are you trying to knock him back or knock him out?
Whatever works.
Right? Because you could do a takedown here.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
I'm drinking this too fast.
Okay, you're excited. All right, so we're gonna do 2 checks for the takedown.
Okay.
First is for you to hit him before he can react. Second is to see how hard you hit him, because he is wearing a helmet.
Okay.
So for the first one, just give me a strike. Dex or strength and strike.
Is this does it specifically have to be strike, or can it be with my unarmed stuff?
Oh, it's whatever you use. You could use what you use to attack.
So I can just use my attack macro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're gonna try to like move before you can hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of goes like, I think I found. He just hit him super hard. Now
I'm turning it down.
Give me a strength and athletics for this one.
Yeah. But not an attack.
No, this is just strength and athletics.
2. Oof.
You merely flip the. What does your weapon look like as you pull it out?
As it comes out, it's just this like long, dark black pole arm. But when she hits with it, it extends on the ends and separates into like a 3-part staff. And she hits him with one end of it.
You hit him fucking hard on the side with one end of him. You see the front of the helmet just kind of crack, like a spiraling crack. It just kind of goes out towards the side. A little bit of it just kind of clatters off. And it goes, ugh! You hit him, his head hits the railing, and he just collapses, but he's not out. He's like, she's here! She's here!
Shut the fuck up!
He seems to be on his comm saying this. You kind of look around, you hear like yells on the other side, like about like 50 feet further to like into the wall, like away from the trash can, the trash pile.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna run.
You turn around and you start running. Give me a endurance or strength and athletics check. As you see 2 more of these guys just run out. Like there's rows of like valuable things that have been pulled off of the trash and just kind of like stacked here and wrapped in plastic for like recycling or reselling or stuff like that. And there's rows and rows of these, and from those rows you see 2 more of these guys who kind of run out. They reach in, one of them pulls a stick and the other a hatchet, and they're like, stop her, hey you stop, and they're kind of just full running. You can see the bridge in front of you. You make it to the bridge, and you can see at the foot of the bridge is another figure wearing a same ragged cloak that it just goes over one shoulder. Medium armor, and he has a rifle slung on his back. He goes like, there she goes, get her! As calls the other's attention. You climb onto the bridge and you start running, and on the other side of the bridge you see 2 of them just stand and just pull up, weapons in hand. Behind you, the 2 that were chasing you. One of them is kind of like looking a bit wobbly. Actually no, the one you knocked in the head doesn't come in because he's like he's fucked up. You see 2 in front at one end of the bridge, 2 behind at the other end of the bridge, and you see the other figure, the one that had like the medium armor, that like from the direction you came from, kind of yell out, it's like, all right, little lady, you don't want to give up here. We don't want to have to hurt you.
Anyone want to explain to me why they're after me right now? As far as I'm concerned, I was just minding my own fucking business walking through here.
Give me a diplomacy check. This is to persuade. Um, they look at each other a little bit, and they look at the guy behind, like who seems to be the leader, and goes like, "Oh, we know. There's some people over there at third want you, and anyone who part of your little group. So,
My group?
hey, we ain't gonna say no to 5K, huh? Yeah, your group. You know them fuckers from 7. The 4 that are on the bridge with you start going very slowly moving forward, trying to not get too close to your staff.
Okay. Fuck. I mean, really, do you know who I am? Do you even know my name? Are you sure you've got the right person?
They kind of look at each other like, I'm pretty sure we do. A woman kind of was like, bitch in a suit, in a trash barge. I don't think there's many of you.
Oh shit. I'm gonna fuck, what am I gonna do? You've given me an opportunity. Take off my jacket and get ready to do this, I guess.
All right.
And
Roll for initiative.
mask goes on. All right. It's just me. Is that like a long drop down into the trash?
Yep.
Oh god.
You got a 10?
Mm-hmm.
You do see, Nora, that the guy with the rifle, the one that's calling you out, does not pull his rifle out. He's kind of like crosses his arms and just waits for you to be taken down.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
Hunt up first. The guy kind of goes like, block her in. As this guy's gonna go, steps into your range.
But okay, Circle of Death rules. How are we doing this?
The moment he is 50% into your range, you can hit him.
But we had determined that there's like a flanking thing if they're on your back arc.
He's not on your back arc.
Okay, I hit him.
Yeah. Because if you want to know, you draw this, and they'd have to be more than. So I would say, yeah, once he's in here, he's not on your back arc.
Yep. Okay. Circle of Death. You've got to be kidding me.
Turn around. The polearm flies over and he ducks, and he is going to make an attack with his hatchet at you. Non-lethal attack.
Okay. Hit. Yes. My evasion is 2 right now.
Yep. So that's 15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
On a hit.
I never know what's what. 9, 6. Okay. Wait, it didn't change.
I see a change.
Oh, it didn't on my end. Oh well.
This one's gonna run in here. It's gonna do a fighting stick attack. Just hits you in the back. Just you hear a thunk as it hits you in the head. No damage, but it does bonk you. Give me a fortitude check.
What the fuck?
He goes like, "We're trying to knock you out."
Okay, but it hurts.
That's how it goes sometimes. You're not stunned. These two are just gonna take a step forward. They're gonna prepare reactions in case you come into their range. Nora, you're up.
Shit, those novices are gonna fuck me up, aren't they? Oh, I should have faced him, shouldn't I? When I Circle of Deathed him? Or is that not
Yes,
how we do
yeah,
it now?
No, you would have turned.
I'm gonna turn around and hit the guy again, the one on the right.
All right.
Please? This is going
You
great!
bonked him in the head. He stepped forward like, oh, that hurt.
Exactly! I'm gonna hit him again. Jesus Christ.
5 points damage just knocked into his armor, bounces off.
Alright. Fuck. Fuck. Hang on. Can I attempt to shove him off, or would that not push him all the way off?
So basically you're on a raised bridge. There is a secondary bridge below, about like 10 feet down, and then the drop. So you could shove him onto the 10 feet below bridge. You're gonna use a maneuver.
I'm gonna try it because I'm not fucking doing any damage.
Alright, so shove maneuver.
Yep.
Alright, athletics versus he's gonna do an evasion check.
3. Thank God.
You how do you shove him?
I hit him twice, and on the second hit, I like kind of come back up with my opposite arm and reconnect the pole and just push him back.
Kind of like doing a lever maneuver. You push him back. He hits his back on the railing and just spins out and just falls on his back 10 feet down. You hear a strong crack. Give me 2d3 direct damage.
Oops, I forgot. 5.
5 points of direct damage. So he kind of like screams and just kind of.
Yeah, eat shit, asshole!
The other one gonna go like, get her!
Fuck!
Otherwise the others at the garage will get her. Unless you want to go back into the fucking skin pit.
What?
Anything else on your turn, Nora?
Yes. One moment, I gotta find. I have a million windows up. I'm so sorry. Don't look at her stats, guys. Nora's gonna say like shit to herself, and she's going to cross her arms over her, and from her arms spills like these black like little nano machines that surround her and kind of add like a bit of thickness and protection to her armor.
You have +3 AV until your next turn.
Yeah.
This guy is just gonna go like, fuck. Should've brought back up. He's kind of like grumbling as he is gonna just come up here, come up the stairs, and he's just gonna stand here for now and draw his rifle. But he's not gonna shoot you.
Okay.
Initiative 0. You hear a whirling, and you see a familiar shuttle car park about 30 feet off atop the skyway, and 2 figures get off of it. I need Cricket and Val to roll initiative.
Here we go.
Okay. Just one action.
However many you want to use. If you're not sure, I would recommend 3.
Yeah, 3 is gonna give you the most bang for your buck.
Okay.
Do I recognize the car that just drove up?
That is Levin's Barracuda.
Cool. Oh, I need to roll initiative, right?
And yes, you do need to roll initiative as well. Cricket is at 8.3. Boom. Ooh, Val. Val, I will. If you want to deploy your thing that you're carrying with you too, you can do that as a free action. I'll let you do that as a free action.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Yep. Dragging it behind you a little bit. Cricket, you are first. If you need any help, let us know, because I know it's been a while since you played Blackout.
You do have 2 songs going at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you. I do have a black screen. Is that supposed to be happening on Roll20?
No, she doesn't have vision.
Oh, my bad. I didn't give you vision. Okay,
Oh,
there
I
you go.
see.
Can you see it now?
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Thank you.
No, the music is not working well for me. I'm gonna refresh. There we go. So if you need any help saying what you do, just let us know, or you can check with your teammates as well.
What side are they on?
South. They're coming from the Skyway.
Oh, way down there. Alright, cool. That is a lot of zooming out. Sorry, guys.
Let me see. Oh, I see. That is pretty far. Okay, so she is immediately. Do we see anybody? Like we can see her from here?
Yes, yeah, you can see there's a bridge, so there's some barrels here, and there is a about 10-foot tall staircase that just goes perpendicular to the bridge, and then a bridge. You see 2 people in these kind of ragged armors and the full helmets, holding just very simple weapons. On blocking one side of the bridge. I think is the music too
It might
loud?
be a little bit loud. Let me see.
Blocking
Is
one
it
side of the
teensy tiny bit?
yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to edit your own music if you go to the little gear on the top right, and there's an audio and video section. You should be able to
I
edit
see,
your own, yeah. So, Cricket, you see the stairs, this bridge 10 feet up. There's 2 people that are blocking the end of the bridge closest to you, and they have their backs to you, and they have these ragged armors and cloaks and stuff like that. You see a young woman fighting another one of these people in the middle of the bridge, and then a larger figure on the far end of the bridge.
She's gonna get out of, or she's already out of the vehicle, so she'll look over at Valestina. She'll be like, "Issue detected," and she will go over to the barrels. Can I get that far? How far can I go? Actually, can I move to hide?
As your power armor, yeah, you can move 30 feet with your power armor, and now your power armor is very strong, but it cannot run.
Okay.
So your 30 feet is as far as you can go.
I think she's just going to immediately, because I just remembered I have to prep one of my weapons. Okay. She's going to clunk on over to the bench and start prepping her machine gun in her arm.
All right. So what does this look like, Cricket, as you hitch behind the weapon and you deploy this gigantic Gatling gun?
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. She stomps on over to the bench, kind of gets into a stable stance with her suit, because she can't really move while she's shooting. Holds her arm, kind of pulls it out. There's a little pink flap on her, I believe, left arm. If you're looking at her, she kind of points them at the people in front of her, and the thing starts opening to show a little heart shape. Well, it's not heart shaped. It's not little. It's heart shaped Gatling gun.
All right, so
Oh
that's
my
Cricket's
god.
turn, and you are set up.
I'm
So
about to be saved by love and friendship.
He's here to protect you.
I'm gonna mark here to indicate that you're set up, so you're ready to fire your weapon next round. It is
Yeah.
the Hawk's turn. This person kind of like stands up and goes like, "All right, I'm going," and gonna climb the thing at half speed and gets into your circle of death range again, Nora, as they kind of climb up the stair. There's a ladder on the side of the bridge.
Yeah. Fuck him up. Finally.
That's a crit.
No. Just 10.
10 points of damage. It's gonna take a little bit to the DR. As you just kind of hit him like right with the front of the staff, right in the middle of the helmet, just boom, like kind of tossed back a little bit, but they are still gonna bring up a their hatchet and swing at you.
Okay.
Non-lethal attack. You are flanked.
It's a hit, but it doesn't get through my armor.
10 points of damage. Valestina and Cricket, you see as Nora puts her arms together, this swarm of black just stands in front of the hatch and just pushes it back. And then immediately retracts and has a second skin onto Nora's suit.
Whoa.
The other hunt is gonna take their time on a attack with their fighting stick. That is a hit for 10 points of damage, which also bounces off your nanites.
Yeah.
And just another attack. That is a crit, but it's not gonna get through armor. But you do have to make a stun 3 in this case. Check.
That's a truck. Sorry. Stun 3. Oh shit!
You're not done, Nora. Like you get hit twice. You're now block the damage, but as the knife almost like splash and block the attacks, but some of it does push into you. You are not stunned, however.
Yeah, doesn't stop the feeling of it.
Yeah. The large man on the far end of the bridge yells like, "We got reinforcement! Either that or they also want the bounty. Take him down." These two are gonna turn around. They're gonna use a free action to put their melee weapons away. And one of them is gonna take their time to take a shot at Cricket with a gun. They pull this like a Cricket. You see, they pull this like what looks almost like a pipe gun. It has a tank with this glowing yellowish liquid on top,
Oh no.
and a few like nozzles and like hoses that connect to it, and a nozzle at the front, and a box of needles that has been like bolted onto the side. Like just like actual like not needles, nails that have been clawed to the
What
side,
the fuck?
and aims it and fires once at you.
Is that
Starts
Cricket?
dodging.
You are in cover, so
Okay.
even though they're taking their time, it's gonna be a straight roll.
Excuse me.
That is a hit on Cricket. Cricket, I believe your evasion is like a 1, right?
She's a big. Yeah, I believe so.
Thing. Yeah, it's a 1, so there's a
Big
crit. So
roll.
you wanna roll 1d6 more.
Evasion. What's Oh, it's 0 actually.
Yeah, so if it's 0, it is like a 1. Because your passive is like your rank plus 1.
Okay.
So that is a crit, so that's 15 points of damage on you, Cricket. Now, your armor is going to take 6 for that. So the other 9 you can distribute it between yourself or your power armor, like how we talked about.
Yeah.
So it's your call how you distribute that. This one's gonna do the same, and it's gonna take their time on a shot on Valestina, but they're gonna have disadvantage because out of range.
Okay.
I believe that misses you, right, Val?
Correct.
Yeah, you see a corrosive acid covered nail just fly over your head.
Ugh.
They're gonna use they use a reaction to. Alright, cool. That's their turn. Nora, you're up.
It me. I think Nora kind of looks at you guys with a little bit of like suspicion, but she's not gonna deny help right now. So she's gonna hit this guy again.
That's a crit.
Nice.
The same one.
Yeah.
Are you going lethal?
I don't think so.
All right, 15. That'll be difficulty 4, I think. Nope. They are knocked out immediately. You like aim right under their chin and just up. Like they fall back onto the railing, and they are left like hanging, like their arms hanging to the side, and they're standing because of the railing, but they're fully unconscious.
Nora just like fucking laughs. And then she remembers this guy is here. She's like, shit, she's gonna hit him too.
That's a hit for 10 points of damage.
And off you go. And she's gonna do the shove again.
Alright.
No.
They need to make a check as well.
Oh, wait. I get advantage. I forgot.
Oh.
Nope.
No, they are not moved. As you try to shove them, they put their hat, their fighting stick in front, and you kind of like push back against you as well.
Come on.
Free action?
Yeah, no, I'm good. The nanites dissipate.
Alright, nice.
No, I'm gonna distract him, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Presence and strength. 2.
2, they are distracted. How do you distract them?
Oh man, I don't know. I insult him. I'm like, oh geez, you're way heavier than the other guy.
I was like, I'm a girl!
Fuck, that's worse.
They just look down, like downcast. You can't see their expressions in the helmet. Alright. So. It is the warlock's turn. This guy has the rifle out, goes like, fuck. They might want the bounty. He aims his rifle. He's gonna take his time and go prone. He's gonna get on one knee. Cricket is very scary for this guy, so he's gonna take a shot at Cricket. Cricket has all kinds of cover from here. Cricket, the shot flies and just flanks off your armor. I still do need you, Cricket, to make a fortitude and endurance skill check.
Fortitude and endurance? Okay.
Yep. Because you just go ahead with an acid whip.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, of course.
Remember to use your powered armor profile. Yep, you take a point of acid. So you see as the shot hits you, this shot is just like a crystal sphere, a glass sphere filled with corrosive acid. As it hits you, just explodes, and you see the shoulder of your power armor just fizzle.
not prepared.
I don't have the acid little thing. Okay. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So you have an acid thing. So what that's gonna do is gonna deal you 1 damage every round until like you deal with it. That is the warlock's turn. Val, you're up.
All right. Out of character, Willow, you're going to be targeting these two, right, up front with your Gatling?
Yeah, the ones right. Yeah, right. Double up against each other.
Okay, cool. I will, that way, instead, go for the Warlock. So, that one's
Okay.
way in the back.
That's
She
good.
steps out of her car and gauges distance to the Warlock. The Warlock is right at maximum range. Val takes out her rifle, cocks it up. There's a slight crackling sound, and she lets off 3 shots.
All right. This guy does have full cover right now because he has stealth and he's prone.
Okay, so that's major disadvantage, right?
Yeah, -2. There's a miss on the first one. The shot kind of just. There's a thunder crack and the shot just flies off, hits the wall. You see a explosion of dust from the massive dam-like wall.
2.
That is a hit for 20 points of damage. That is a hefty hit as the warlock kind of like. You see the hit kind of rings out against the side of the helmet, and part of his glass front of the helmet just kind of cracks and breaks off. He's still up but hurt.
1 last shot.
That is a hit for 15 points of damage. This shot kind of hits him on the shoulder of the armor. He's like, take care of the sniper! As he starts to like load more acid pellets into his rifle.
Nice. And I forget, do you need training to encourage?
You do not.
Let me check. It's 30 feet, right?
And you can use empathy and insight or charisma and diplomacy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are you encouraging cricket?
Yes. Val will say, I've got the Warlock. I've got the Warlock distracted. Focus on what you got to do.
Thank you.
All right, cricket. You're encouraged. That means on your next turn you can add a +1 to a check you want, to a skill check.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, initiative again, guys. Cricket, if you're just looking to fire your gun, you probably only need 2 points for the next one. If you're looking
Okay.
to fire your gun and do something else, you might want 3.
Is there more or less cover where those barrels are located?
I think it's about the same because you are behind a bench, a steel bench that gives you about the same cover as the barrels will give you.
Okay. So if I wanted to say shoot and crouch farther down,
Yeah, that'd be fine, and that would not. As long as you don't move from where you are, you don't have to set up your gun again.
yeah, she would just kind of get in a lower stance, but maintain holding her arm straight out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be 3.
You can just do. Yeah, if you wanna do that and crouch, 3 would be
Okay.
the number.
Sounds good. And so I use my machine gun, I think.
Yeah, but first you need to roll initiative right now.
Oh,
So
initiative
you
right
roll-
now. Okay.
Now, do keep in mind if you. Oh wow! I was gonna say if you roll 3, you might go late, but no, you went super early, which is good for you.
Oh, good. Sweet.
So cricket, you are up first.
Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, she's going to get down a little bit. Actually, she'll do this. She'll shoot first. So the little minigun, you can hear it whirring, the sounds of the engine inside kind of kicking up as the little bullets start getting ready to get shot out, and she shoots. How many bullets should I put?
So, Cricket, your weapon does, let's see, burst 12.
12.
And you
Yeah.
have 1 aim. So normally you do 13. That's your normal shot because it's the burst plus your aim, which is 13. But you got encouraged and you are prone because you went lower. So that's 2 more you can add if you want. So you could shoot up to 15 bullets if you want.
Okay. Yeah. So in her new crouch stance, she will load it up. You'll hear the whirring of the gun, and she will unload it.
15 and evasion. Oh, what did you put for evasion?
Ooh.
I put 0.
Okay, no, these guys, their evasion is 2, so you need a 3 to hit them. So
Okay, then that
so
will
you can,
definitely.
yeah,
Well-
run it again and put a 3.
She only missed 4 there, so she might, murder them.
So with a quick little wrap.
Jesus.
All right, which of the 2 were you looking to mulch first?
The closest one.
All right, so Cricket, the machine. You guys see just like staccato flashes of light around Cricket as this haunt gets turned into a reddened smear on the bridge.
For love and
How many-
justice.
How many shots did you miss?
How many,
Just 2,
pardon?
right? No, you missed
4.
3 shots.
If she got 44,
4
she
shots.
missed 4.
Alright, so Cricket, roll again, but this time it's
Okay.
only 4 shots against the other guy, because when they're close like this, if you miss, you might hit the guy next to him. So do another one, also evasion 3, but only 4 shots.
But only 4 shots, okay.
Mhm.
Evasion 3, let's see. Again, she... Quick little blip.
All hit as one of these guys just gets turned into a bloody chunky smear on the side of the bridge. The other takes 12 points of damage, which is significant for their armor. As they're just kind of screaming, they kind of turn around but we're unprepared for this.
Nora's just staring full on horror back at what just happened.
And you just kind of get low, Cricket. The acid is kind of burning through your armor, so you do lose 1 hit point from the acid. I already marked it.
Okay.
And
She
I
would
believe
react, I guess she would feel it.
So you fired 15 bullets total, Cricket. So you have 9 bullets left on your
Bullets.
machine gun. Just so you know, before you have to reload it.
Okay, 9.
Yeah. So you can you can make a note somewhere of how many shots you have left, because machine guns are extremely powerful. But yeah, once you need to reload them, you're out for a round as well, reloading.
Okay, 9 shots left. I will do that. I have 24 in a clip, right?
Yes. So you've fired 15, so you have 9 left. So next time you can fire a maximum of 9. Val, you're up.
Um,
Val, you get PTSD war flashback, and this guy just kind of gets misted.
How are you gonna follow that up?
all right. Val's just going to continue engaging the target that she was firing at before. I think she's going to go prone first, though.
Right.
So that's free action.
You can use your reaction or 1 AP.
Oh.
No, actually, it might be a free action. Let me double check. Combat rules, basics, actions. Go prone. So yeah, so it's a free action normally, and a reaction if you get targeted by an attack, by a ranged attack.
I see.
So it'll be your free action to do it.
Okay. So that will bring me up to a -1, and I shoot the warlock.
All right. the shot rings out as it just goes clear through his shoulder. You see a small spray of blood, and there's the smell of ozone in the air from your the arc capability of your rifle. As the warlock kind of like grabs his shoulder, he's like, "Fuck, retreat!"
And then Val radios another shot and says, "Not getting away from me."
Second shot, as the warlock is starting to get ready to retreat, shot goes right through his chest, like he got hit by a maul or a hammer. He just gets tossed back and falls the last 10 feet, and he's not moving.
Val just kind of blows a tuft of hair from the side of her face, and she says, "That's how you snipe, amateur." I have one more AP actually. I guess I'll target the one that's up close.
It's funny because last session was the rogue and the wizard, and this session is the 3 fighters. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah. This one will not have disadvantage, right?
Yes, because actually, well, these guys have adaptive stealth, so they only have stealth if they've moved. So it would have one disadvantage, but you're prone, so it cancels each other out.
Okay.
20 points of damage as this guy right through the neck. And she grabs her neck and falls to her knees, and she is out.
And that's Val's turn.
Nora, the girl in front of you, the haunt, she goes like, "Hey, I don't have to tell anyone I saw you, all right? You can just let me go, and I got info.
Empathy check.
Give me an empathy check.
Is she lying or is she telling the truth? 2.
She seems forthcoming and desperate. She's like, "I got some info, right? Just keep those. You let me go, right? The 3 of you, and I'll tell you what I know."
How do you not know they're here to kill me? Or how do you know they're not here to kill me?
All right, in that case, we both team up and we get away.
What do you know? I'll turn back and just kind of hold my hand up to the others to wait. I don't know if they're gonna obey me, but kind of like lift my eyebrows, like, yeah, hold on a second. Do you guys mind?
Do you guys acknowledge this in any way, Cricket and Val?
Which her reaction?
Basically, Nora is turning around and putting her hand up, so telling you guys wait.
She just say, hold on a second. Do you guys mind?
Yeah. Do you guys do anything to acknowledge that yes, you're gonna wait, or you have your weapon still trained on this last person?
Oh, yeah. Crickets is still trained, but she'll definitely nod her acknowledgement, but not move her weapon down.
Alright, there's a nod from Cricket. I don't know if Val.
Val does the same. She definitely can't do anything while Nora's right up in front of the haunt,
true, yeah.
so she'll just wait.
Okay, Nora nods, turns back to this haunt, like breathes out really heavily. Her eyes are really wide because she thought she was about to die. Okay, what?
Kind of goes like, "Yeah, big bounty. We're just. They told us you were gonna. You made your way out in a barge, like a trash barge, and that you were probably gonna go make your way towards a garage thing, like bottom of 6, bottom of 7, and that like the big guys are waiting there. We just thought, our squad leader, Sergey, he saw an opportunity. Obviously, it didn't pan out, right? So he just let me go, and then you can surprise the guys waiting for you at the garage later. Or just wait till they get bored.
So all you know is just to get me. You don't know who's trying to get me.
This guy like just looks around in a panic and goes like, "Listen, listen. Order came from third. Right? Some group there had a bounty. They said, hey, we'll split it 50-50. You catch him."
I fucking know who it is. I mean, I can't. Just go.
She turns around and just kind of makes a fucking run for it. Are the others doing anything? Are you letting her run, or do you guys do something?
Val just kind of raises an eyebrow and calls out, "Sure you want to let him go?"
Yeah, it's fine. I think it was a misunderstanding. That's all.
Suit yourself, I guess. Val just kind of shrugs and I guess at this point probably gets back up.
At this point, you guys are officially out of combat. No enemies remain that can stand up to you as you
Poke this haunt with my toe.
poke the unconscious one. He's like just fully out.
What weapon does he have?
He has one of these. Let me move you guys to a different map, but yeah, now you're all together. You kind of like search him, or you don't even have to search him. You can just look. He has this kind of like roughshod, ramshackle, like medium armor. Light armor. He had a hatchet that, as you knocked him out, clattered down. It's about 10 feet down on the substructure that holds the bridge up, where you knocked him down originally. And on his belt, not even a holster, just down, partially down his pants, you see this rough, awful-looking needle gun. It just has like a canister, like a reused canister of something, filled with this sloshing, acrid liquid, and a small box of nails that just like stuck to the side.
This haunt has that? Not.
They all have one.
I thought someone had a fighting stick.
The one that ran had a fighting stick, and you see like behind you a bloody fighting stick on the floor attached to a disembodied hand.
Oh. Okay. I'll deal with that later. I'm keeping my weapon out, but I'll turn around to face the others.
Well.
Thanks. I think you're not here to cash in this supposed bounty, right?
Nah. Nothing for the bounty. We're actually here to pick you up. Perhaps you know a mutual associate of ours.
No interest in the money.
Okay. Who's... I know a lot of people. Who's the associate?
Val kind of looks to Cricket. She probably knows better than Val on whether the name should be divulged.
Should it be divulged right away? Trying to.
That's up to you guys. That's your call if you want to tell Nora. Though I will say, Nora, you do recognize the car that they came in.
Oh, yeah. You guys are from Lev's garage.
Yeah, that would be the name. Do you
Shit.
do you recognize the name Lev? So yes, Levinov.
Yeah, I recognize it. I was heading there.
Well, we just came from there ourselves.
Great.
We still have the car.
Yeah, the car is just parked like about 60 feet down the way on the Skyway, which is this huge, like, raised highway that serves to go from one district to the next. This section of the Skyway is like all but abandoned and like just uh, um, overrun with trash.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Did
We have a vehicle, actually. Well, we just came in. If you
okay.
wanted to come with us.
Couple questions. Did Lev send you? How did you know I was here?
Yeah, he sent us. He said that to expect someone at pickup from the trash station of 6422, and here we are. It was not difficult to tell who needed picking up.
Okay. Right. Well, we're going straight back to. You guys don't know me, right?
Nope.
Val just shakes her head
Will.
no.
Cool. He
Lab
didn't-
didn't give us any details. We were just told to expect someone.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah. We should go. Probably before they send more people.
Hop
Let
on
us
in.
proceed
I
then.
can drive.
Yeah.
All right, you guys march over to the car.
Stomping.
Valestina gets in front. Nora gets next to her. Cricket, you're kind of like a little bit horizontal in the back seat. You take 2 seats in the back seat. It's like, as Lev's car just starts lifting up and taking off.
Random
Give me
question.
perception checks. Mhm.
Oh, in that firefight, did Lev's car take any stray shots at all?
It did not, because there were not many shots going your way.
Nice.
So perception check.
Yeah, everyone give me a perception and insight check.
It's a 2.
A 2 and a 1 and a cricket.
Insight.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Super
so,
insightful.
Val, you're like a little bit focused. It scares you how the Radinovi like drive. Not to mention you know how to drive, but you don't have a lot of experience like driving. And here's like there's the Skyway, right? But you're taking a shuttle car, so you can take the road, but there's all these like super fast trucks and stuff moving around. And also like there's shuttles in all directions. This is a mega city, and what's worse, as you get down into the city, it is like you have to three-dimensionally navigate, because there's these like mega block buildings with like 100-foot or 80-foot gaps between them, where you're kind of like weaving through. So you're focused on like the road, and I'll say for Nora and Cricket, Val, you probably like did a little bit of research before coming here on how stuff works. For Nora and Cricket, seeing someone, you've never seen someone follow every single traffic regulation in Kapital. In fact, most traffic regulations in Kapital are like an enforcer might choose to like enforce them if they need a bit more like credits for to make ends meet. But it's not a thing that like just people like do. Um, but Val is following all of them. However, Cricket and Nora, you guys do notice a shuttle, like a proper orbital shuttle that will fit with the shuttle carts. Just kind of goes above you as if heading for the trash station. And then you see very strangely that the same orbital shuttle dips down and gets in traffic behind you. And then you take a left. The Valestina's kind of following, and the shuttle takes a left. It is a sleek black armored shuttle.
Hey, I don't know you or your name. Are you a good driver?
Good enough when it counts. You can call me Val.
Great. Do you want to swap with me?
Sure.
Cricket, 3 perception, you see something pop out from under the shuttle.
Us.
It looks to you like a grappling hook.
Oh. Maybe we should probably go really fast, very quickly, right now.
Do I see what Cricket sees now?
As Cricket pointed out, you do see an underslung grappling hook just points out, twists, and then opens.
Oh, okay, swap with me fast.
All right. Val does that. Do we need to roll a test if we're like in the middle of driving?
If you're in the middle of driving, yeah, I would say both of you give me a piloting and dexterity check.
Okay.
I'll average it out.
Let's check my
At this point,
finances.
can I use command dice? Or is it too early?
I will let Nora and Cricket decide that. Would you guys accept instructions or orders from Valestina?
Absolutely not.
From Val.
Orders? Like, what do you mean? Like, she's like...
If Val were to like just start trying to give you commands in any situation, would Cricket accept them?
Cricket would, I think so. I don't believe she's too oppositional to those types of things. She's pretty good to help with friends.
You can give Cricket command dice. You need more badges for Nora.
Okay. So she doesn't know at the moment, but she'll try. So she'll say, "Okay, I'm going to take my pedal off the gas at this point, and then we swap." Cricket, I'd like you to keep an eye out for.
I'm already climbing over her.
Climbing on Nora's kind of like half on your lap, kind of like trying to push you off.
What the hell? Come on, oh, fine.
So both
I'm trying
We
to
don't have time.
both of you piloting checks. I'll average it out.
Not great on my end.
No.
Okay.
Alright, 2. You guys hear as last second you both look back and almost one. You each have a hand on one of the 2-prong like maneuvering stick of the wheel of the shuttle. You both push it down and the shuttle dips as the grappling hook, this harpoon hook, just kind of goes over you and then gets reeled in. The other shuttle nearly kind of dips as you are kind of like you both move into position. This is an armored shuttle, and you do see familiar pink spray paint on the front that almost looks like teeth, like shark teeth on the front and bottom. You guys do a drop and you go through 2 or 3 of the like lanes as there's other shuttle cars are moving off to the side trying to avoid you. There's like a whole mess of shuttle cars. Val, all your training is what allows you not to scream as you are dropping very fast. Things get darker. You avoid neon signs on cars as this shuttle is following in the gap you guys are creating. What is everyone doing?
Oh, well, Cricket is gripping whatever the hell she can grip onto.
Cricket just grabbing onto the front seats.
Grabs her on
Yep,
the front seats
crunching
and
them.
chokes us while she does it.
Choking Nora. Too fast.
In this moment, is it possible to lean out the window, or is this too extreme of a movement to do anything?
No, you can lean out the window, yeah.
Ow.
Okay. So for for stability's sake, while all this is happening, Val's just gonna engage her sidearm and roll down the window and point it back at the car that is try to engage us.
All right, are you taking a shot or just pointing at the shuttle car?
She's. This seems pretty extreme. I think she'll do a shot.
All right, take a shot.
Would you say there's a disadvantage at all for
I
this
would
sort
give
of?
you a disadvantage, yeah, because you are like pointing up. It's very discombobulating, you know, the fact that you are fighting in 3 dimensions, so to speak.
Okay. Discombobulated.
The shot, this is laser pistol. Laser hits right in the middle. Where there's not a proper armored shuttle, this would have gone right into the eye, probably, of whoever was piloting. But instead, just leave a burned, kind of like slightly iridescent scorch mark on the black fuselage of the shuttle, unable at this point to pierce the armor. You guys are kind of like going full vertical down, and the shuttle's following as you see they fully reeled the harpoon back in, and then it kind of like goes back up, twist, and opens again.
Are we full
Alright, what do you
HP?
do? You're full HP, yeah.
Okay.
It's been more than a minute, so your hit points are back.
I see Val like lean out and take a shot, and see this harpoon gun get reeled back in. And I get situated in the seat, and I'm like, Val, watch your neck, and I'm gonna shift it into gear and gas it.
All right, so you're trying to outrun them.
Yes.
All right, cool. Give me a piloting check.
Oh my god. Chickens. Okay.
You are gaining a little bit. You put a little bit of distance as Val. Everything starts going a bit faster. Cricket, you feel yourself being, even with the heft of your armor, you lift off a little bit. Your the 2 prongs on the back of your armor hit the roof of the car. That kind of holds you in place. As you can go low, it starts to get darker. Fewer cars on the street, and neon lights are become brighter around you as you guys now see tent sections, and the buildings kind of get closer, which means the gaps are narrower. You are gaining on the shuttle, but they're still following you. They're gonna take a shot with their harpoon. What is your passive piloting, Nora?
Good question. My passive piloting is 1.
So you have ranks, okay.
I do not.
Alright. They fire a harpoon. It hits a side of the building, and a crit fail hooks there. And as they're kind of going down, they release the cable, and they've lost their harpoon.
Alright.
And they're just kind of like trying to catch up on you. What is everyone doing?
Val could try to shoot again.
Yeah, you want to take another shot? Are you aiming like right at the same? You have the from your vantage, as because you're still going vertically. Nora's just trying to get into the dark as fast as you can. You have the front fuselage, the bottom of which is like painted with this rough, hot pink spray paint that looks like shark's teeth, and then you can barely see the sides of the twin engines, one on either side of the shuttle.
I see. Actually, before I do that, could I do one other thing as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I look forward just to make sure nothing is gonna like clip me if I lean out?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. 2.
2, you look forward and you do have a clear spot. You do see there's still cars here, but you see a lot of automated drones at this point as it starts to get darker and darker in like a sort of twilight sector of the buildings. You see neon signs that are sticking out, but Nora seems to be doing a good enough job at weaving through them so nothing will clip you.
Okay. she'll take that opportunity then, and she will try to shoot at the side engine.
All right. I too unfortunately misses the side engine. The shot flies out. It clips the side. You see it melt a very like tiny little bit of the fuselage. Another melted streak on the side. The shuttle kind of banks a little, but you do not catch it. Cricket and Nora, what are you guys doing?
I'll let Cricket go first. Unless you have nothing to do.
I don't think I have anything but my gun. Got a multi-tool.
You do have your gun. You do have like some mechanical stuff. You could like try to work in the car if you want, or now I would say your Gatling gun. You could fire it at this thing, but you would have to fire it through the back window
Yeah.
of your own car.
Does the car have much damage right now?
Yours,
No.
Yeah,
the one you're in, has not been touched.
it's not been that well. Okay, then she'll just she'll turn and she'll put her arm onto the back dash and start turning on her her machine gun just in case. She doesn't want to blow out the back because I don't know if we might need that for safety still. So she's gonna at least be prepped though in case we need to do that.
You guys see as Cricket turns like her back towards you now, her knees on the back seat, powerful arm resting on the back dash, and the machine gun deploys the big, hard-shaped Gatling gun. Starts to just kind of spin and warm up. Nora, what you doing?
Oh boy, Lev's gonna be pissed. I'm gonna see if I can,
The orders are smaller now. There's less distance between the buildings the closer you get to the night zone. Just so you know.
Yeah, so I was actually thinking I'm gonna take the opportunity to just like bank to the side and try to fly through some of these buildings.
All right, give me a piloting check.
Yeah, hang on. Piloting Dex. Yeah, there we go.
Nora, Val, you take a shot. Cricket, you line up, and suddenly everything goes dark. As Nora spins the building, and you guys are moving sideways through a space that barely fits the shuttle. Your shuttle car. The shuttle just kind of continues, not wanting to suicidally crash into the building, and fully loses you guys. As you guys are just trying to, Nora, you're trying to get to the other side when you see someone's like AC unit sticking out of the building, and that makes this already narrow space even narrower. Give me another pilot check.
It's fucking building codes that nobody pays attention to. Okay. Two.
Do you warn anyone in any way as you see this like just big blocky thing sticking out as you're cutting through between these two buildings?
I think she's gonna warn Val. Just, hey, remember when I said to watch your head?
Is there anything that like just barely like almost like gets Val, or is it like a pretty tight maneuver?
With that warning, Val, you immediately pull your head back just in time to see a bunch of sparks fly where you were as you guys take down this AC unit. Just
Val just like, shit, you're cutting it close, kid.
You stick out the other side. Safe. Not being tailed anymore. Big ugly dent on the roof of the car.
Fuck.
Lev is gonna hate that.
I can fix that. Don't worry.
They're not following us, right?
You don't see anyone following you. There, you do see shuttle cars just kind of like moving around. You see a huge kind of like squiddly flying like bar just like just lights and stuff and a big squiddly sign spinning around. You see signs for stuff, but you don't see the same shuttle car. You cut through one of the mega block buildings, so even like for them to get around, it'll probably be a couple minutes.
Shit. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah. Do I know how to get to Lev's garage from here?
You know these
Okay.
streets like I mean you'll have to go up a little bit to get to the point you really know, you know.
I'm gonna try to take kind of a weaving path to just like really. We're taking the scenic route.
Right. And with
Sounds
that,
good.
paint chips kind of going a little behind you as you lift up. The three of you start making your way towards left garage. Eventually, take a weaving path. No one seems to follow you or be aware of you at this point. You come to this massive pillar that holds a section of the skyway, the bottom of which is Lev's garage. And you come to Lev pulling in on a large car, like sort of like a trawler truck type thing to carry other shuttle cars. And Soko Satiji and two people you guys don't know stepping out of the back of the car. And that's where we're about.